Right, the purpose of this video is going to be to walk you through, give you a tour of some parts of the course. So first off, I wanted to point out how you can schedule office hours or how you can schedule to meet with me. If you take a look at Moodle, you'll find on the right-hand side, as you are facing the computer, you'll find this instructor block here. And in that instructor block, you will find a link that you can click. That link allows you to schedule a meeting with me. It is connected to my calendar, and as long as I don't have another meeting and it is 2 hours before you'd like to meet, then you will be able to book a meeting with me. I found this to be the best way to accommodate everybody's schedule. And rather than have rigid office hours, students have reported to me that they find that this makes me more accessible to them. So now, once you make that appointment, you will get a reminder email the day before we are scheduled to meet. And if you need to cancel, you can go ahead and cancel that appointment. If you cannot make the meeting, please at least send me an email so that I can free up that time in my schedule. Now, if you download a calendar event, you can put it in your calendar, and in the location place, you'll find where we're going to meet, which is my WebEx room. If you don't download a calendar invite, that's fine. Just come back here. Again, this is the Moodle page, the instructor block, and you will see my WebEx personal room, which is where we'll meet. You will click on that link, and you may have to download WebEx software or application. You can download it on your cell phone, your iPad, your computer, and then try to make sure that you have a video camera of some sort available. So if it's on your phone, your computer, so that we could see one another. If not, if that's going to be a problem and you don't have access to a camera, please let me know. I'm very happy to accommodate you. WebEx will also let me share documents with you. It'll let you share documents with me. So it's a good place for us to meet. Okay. So that is how you find me during our flex office hours. So here's a little bit of a wider view of that. Of Moodle, so you can see again where the instructor information is located. All right, so aside from the instructor information, at the top of the page, of course, you find the name of the course here, but then you find the course announcements and the Q&A forum. So, oops, did not mean to do that. So, course announcements are going to be updates that I make, and they will be posted here. Now, you should receive an email within 30 minutes of my posting a course announcement. If you are not receiving these email notifications, please let me know, and I will make adjustments so that you receive an email notification. That way, if there is some information that you need to know immediately, I can make sure that you get it and you don't miss it. But all the course announcements will be found here. So if you need to go back and you can't remember what I said about changes in due dates, etc., you can, rather than having to look through all your emails, notifications, you can just go back here to the course announcement. Next, we have the Q&A forum. So the Q&A forum is for questions that are questions that your classmates may have as well. The idea here is to put your questions in a place where once I respond to them, your classmates get the benefit of seeing the answer as well. Now, please don't post anything here that is personal or related to grades. Just try to keep it to general questions related to any of the course content or any of the deadlines or assignments. When you click on the Q&A forum, you will be led to a page that looks like this. What you do is you add a new discussion topic and title it something relevant to your question, and go ahead and add the question there. I will then respond to that discussion thread. If somebody has already posted a similar question to yours, you are free to comment onto their question, and we can keep it all in one thread. But if there's nothing that is similar to your question, you can go ahead and add a new discussion topic. Okay? These navigation buttons here at the bottom, they take you back to course announcements, or you can jump to another section of the course here. You can also, this is my default, is just to click up here to courses and go back to the home page of the course. Or maybe it's, yeah, this course. Good. Okay, so I have broken down your weeks into classes to try to make the material more manageable for you. Each week there will be 3 classes, and the classes will be released at different times during the week. So class 1 will be released on Sunday. Class 2 will be released on Tuesday. And class 3 will be released on Thursday. Now I'm going to try to keep the due dates for the assignments to match up with when they are released. So class 1 for that week will be due, the materials, the exercises, activities will be due on Wednesday of that week. Class 2 will be due on Friday of that week. And class 3 activities will be due on Sunday. Now, I would like to try to stick to these deadlines, but I understand that with how crazy the world is right now, that we may need to have some flexibility, and I am completely fine with that. Please just reach out to me if you need extensions, but keep in mind that there's a lot of material in this class because it is so compressed, so I don't want you to fall behind. So you'll notice here at the top that you find a progress bar. And this tells you how much of the week's material you have completed. For some of the assignments, once you have finished going through each page, it'll automatically give you a check mark that looks like that. For others, you can go in manually and place a check mark. Just click on it and a check mark will appear. You don't have to put in check marks, but it might help you keep track of your progress. Okay, and I'd just like you to note that I have not finished inputting items into class 1 at this point, so don't go off of what's listed here when you're doing your assignment. Go what's on Moodle. Okay, so the purpose of this screenshot is to show you what it will look like when there are multiple classes in a week. So this will all be in the same week 1 module. And as you can see, here's class 1 and here's class 2. And just so if you scroll up, you would see it says week 1. Now notice if you want, after you are finished with week 1, to collapse what's in week 1, you can do that. You just go here and see this little arrow, you press it and that'll collapse up the week. So when you get to week 2, I suggest you collapse week 1. That way you can find week 2 quickly. So under each class, you will see different activities that are listed, like here. I just wanted to explain a little bit, in case you're not familiar with Moodle, what these different icons mean, right? So if you see a check mark like this, that means it is a quiz or a knowledge check, right? So I don't like to use the term quiz here because this isn't really a test. This is more just trying to check to see if you grasped what I was talking about or to make sure you actually read the assignment. Also, research on learning shows that if a small multiple choice knowledge check is given after some material is presented, you're more likely to recall the material later and it helps you remember it. So you'll be seeing some knowledge checks throughout. When you see a hand like this is an activity. Okay. Now it is a good idea to go in and check. It doesn't show you the due dates, unfortunately, but I am keeping with the Wednesday due date for Sunday's assignments, right? But when you click on the activity, it'll give you the detailed instructions for that particular assignment, how many points it's worth, if it's worth points, or if it's a pass or fail, and what is required of you. This is a book. That means it is multiple pages of material. And like in this case, that material is actually videos that you're supposed to watch. So I've assigned for you um, to learn about Kaltura if you don't already know about Kaltura, because you're going to be recording your own videos to share with the class. And so I put that material in a book. If you see these two conversations, that means it is a forum. That means you're going to have to post or respond to somebody's post. This means it's a page of content. This represents a lesson. How is a lesson different than a page or a book? Well, a lesson can have multiple pages and it can have quizzes or knowledge checks built in. Okay, so know when you see a lesson that you might have some knowledge checks built into them. This is a folder, and the folder means that there are some PDFs or other content in the folder. By putting it in folder format, you can download them all at the same time by clicking download folder. Now, the problem I've come to find with folders is I'm having a hard time rearranging the order in which the PDFs appear to you. So what I have done is I've gone in and made a list of the order in which you should read things in the description of the folder. It is my goal to give you the class readings for class 2 within the class 1 module, within the last class 1 section, and class 3 within the class 2 section, and so forth, just so you have the readings. You can read the readings before you take part in the activities. All right. I just wanted to highlight that this course is meant to be completed in multiple sittings, right? You're not going to be able to sit through and go through this all at once. It is going to require that you spend at least a little bit of time in there. And the minimum I put is a minimum of 4 days a week that you do some work or you check in or you post. And think of it as if we were meeting, right? Also note you can print the book or print a chapter of the book at the top here. And here, this is in the syllabus. So once you print out the syllabus, you will, it goes over the schedule of when I will be posting the materials. All right, so for each class, you're going to be asked to do a number of tasks. You're going to be asked to read. You're going to be asked to do activities. Um, to post in forums, etc. So I try to keep it as interesting as possible. I'll post some video lectures like this for you to view, but I will also use some lectures from other people because, it gets boring hearing one person's voice, right? So I will use those as tools. And by using Edpuzzle, which you'll learn about in one of your activities, I'll be able to insert questions in between longer videos so that you can stop, pause, get a break, and review the material. All right, so the time commitment. But theoretically here, we are supposed to have 20 hours of instructor-led activities a week and 40 hours of out-of-class work a week. So are we going to actually have 20 hours of instructor-led activities and 40 hours of classwork a week? We may sometimes have close to that. Um, we may have less than that. It is going to depend on the material that we are covering that week, but I just want to put it out there. This is a 4-credit class in 4 weeks, and it is very condensed. So please expect that you're going to be doing quite a bit of work. I'm going to do my best to try to put an estimated average of the time that I think it will take you to finish each activity. Um, but it's going to just be my estimate, right? It could take you longer, it could take you significantly shorter. I'm happy to take your feedback as well. If you find that things are taking you significantly longer, please let me know so that I can adjust. Well, that's it for your overview of the class structure and of some parts of Moodle. I look forward to continuing to work with you this summer term.